Welcome back to the Big Coins Dealer. Today, we're diving into an incredibly exciting topic for all the coin collectors and treasure hunters out there. We're talking about the 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel and why this little coin could be worth a massive amount of money, potentially up to $1.6 million. So, if you're looking for a hidden fortune, you might want to check your change for this special nickel. Stay tuned as we go over its fascinating history, why it's so valuable, and exactly what you should be looking for. Let's start with a little background. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel. The design, which features Thomas Jefferson on the front and his Monticello home on the back, was chosen after a national competition. The Jefferson nickel quickly became a staple of American currency, and has remained in circulation ever since with only a few design changes over the decades. The 1964 Jefferson nickel, however, holds a special place in history, and for some lucky collectors, it's now worth a small fortune. So why is the 1964 nickel so special? For starters, 1964 was a significant year for U.S. coinage. In the early 1960s, there was a major coin shortage in the United States, especially for nickels and other small change. To address this, the U.S. Mint increased production dramatically, and in 1964 alone, they produced over 1 billion nickels. That means there were a lot of these coins made. However, within this massive production run, a few rare and valuable variations slipped through the cracks, including the highly sought-after 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel. Now, you might be wondering, what does no-mint mark mean, and why does it make a difference? Coins are often marked with a small letter or symbol indicating where they were produced. For example, coins from the Denver Mint are marked with a D, while those from San Francisco have an S. In 1964, however, both the Philadelphia and Denver Mints produced nickels without any mint mark. So, if your nickel has no mint mark, that means it was likely made in Philadelphia. But not every 1964 nickel is valuable. The high value applies to only a few rare versions of this coin. So, let's get into the details of what makes a 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel worth so much. First, it's important to understand that these valuable nickels are graded and assessed by professionals, who look at their condition, rarity, and other factors. The most valuable 1964 Jefferson nickels are in pristine, uncirculated condition and have been certified by coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC with a high grade, meaning they are nearly perfect. One of the highest grades a coin can achieve is MS68, and coins of this grade are exceptionally rare. So, if you find a 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel that's been graded MS68, or even higher, it could fetch an astronomical price at auction, with some coins reaching up to $1.60 million. But condition isn't the only factor. There are other special varieties of the 1964 nickel that make them highly valuable. Some of these coins display what's known as a full steps designation. This means that on the reverse of the coin, the steps leading up to Monticello, Jefferson's home, are fully visible and sharply struck. Because of the high production volume, it was very difficult to strike each coin with enough precision to show the full steps. So, a 1964 no-mint mark nickel with a clear full steps designation in top condition is extremely rare and highly desirable to collectors. Now, you might be asking, how do I find out if my 1964 nickel is valuable? First, take a close look at the coin under good lighting or even use a magnifying glass. If you see no mint mark under the date, that's a good sign. Then, check the condition of the coin. If it looks uncirculated or almost untouched, it's worth looking into further. For more detailed information, you might consider taking the coin to a professional coin dealer or sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official assessment. They can determine if your coin has the full steps designation or other valuable qualities that could make it worth big money. The rarity and value of the 1964 Jefferson nickel have made it a popular target for coin collectors and auction houses around the world. When these rare coins appear at auctions, the bidding can get intense, as serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add this special piece to their collection. In fact, A top-grade 1964 no-mint mark nickel with full steps could even end up setting record prices at auction, given its scarcity and demand. For anyone with a passion for coin collecting or just a bit of curiosity about rare coins, the 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel represents an incredible piece of history and a potential gold mine. If you happen to have one of these coins in excellent condition, it might be time to have it appraised. Who knows, you could be sitting on a treasure worth over $1 million. So, there you have it, the fascinating story behind the 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel. It's amazing how a small coin in your pocket could hold so much history and be worth so much money. We're going to talk about a coin that's capturing the attention of collectors everywhere, the 1973 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark, which has been spotted in the market at an incredible value of up to $1.70 million. If you're a coin collector or simply love finding hidden treasures, this is a video you won't want to miss. Let's dive into why the 1973 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel has reached such an astounding value, what makes it so special, and how you could potentially spot one yourself. First, let's discuss what a no-mint mark coin is and why it can make a coin so valuable. Most coins produced in the United States carry a small letter indicating the mint where they were made. Common mint marks include a D for the Denver Mint, an S for the San Francisco Mint, and a P for the Philadelphia Mint. However, coins produced in Philadelphia often don't carry a mint mark, making them known as no mint mark coins. This means a 1973 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark was produced in Philadelphia. So, what exactly sets the 1973 no mint mark Jefferson nickel apart from other nickels made that year? To understand its rarity, we need to take a quick look at how coins were made in the 1970s. During this period, most Jefferson nickels were mass-produced and widely circulated. But as with any large-scale minting process, there were occasional misprints, unique errors, and rare variations that slipped through. These errors often went unnoticed at the time but are now highly sought after by collectors because of their rarity and uniqueness. For the 1973 Jefferson nickel, it's not just the lack of a mint mark that's intriguing. There are certain rare errors and variations that make specific coins incredibly valuable. Some of the most valuable 1973 no-mint mark Jefferson nickels are known to have striking errors. This could include off-center strikes, double-die errors, or even coins with visible flaws in the design or lettering. These imperfections make the coin unique and contribute to its rarity, which drives up its market value significantly. Another key factor that determines the value of a 1973 Jefferson nickel is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state 70, with mint state 70 being the highest possible grade for a coin in perfect condition. For a coin like the 1973 no mint mark Jefferson nickel to reach the $1 million mark, it must be in top condition. Coins that have remained in pristine condition for decades are incredibly rare and highly valuable. Even slight wear, scratches, or discoloration can lower the value significantly. Now, you may be wondering if it's possible to find one of these valuable nickels in circulation today. While it's rare, it's not entirely impossible. Many collectors have found valuable coins in pocket change or coin rolls. If you come across a 1973 Jefferson nickel, carefully examine it for any unique features, minting errors, or signs of high-grade condition. Keep an eye out for any doubling in the lettering, off-center strikes, or unusual details. Even a minor minting error can raise its value. So, why has this particular Jefferson nickel reached such an extraordinary market value of $1.7 million? The answer lies in a combination of its rarity, demand among collectors, and the condition of the coin. Serious collectors are willing to pay a premium for rare finds, especially those that are in near-perfect condition. As more collectors become aware of these rare coins, competition increases, and prices go up. Let's talk briefly about the history of the Jefferson nickel and why it remains so popular with collectors. First introduced in 1938, the Jefferson nickel replaced the Buffalo nickel and has since become a staple of American currency. The design, featuring President Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello on the back, has remained largely unchanged, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Many collectors enjoy finding different versions of Jefferson nickels, including rare dates, mint marks, and variations like the 1973 no-mint mark. The thrill of finding rare coins has only grown over the years, and many people see collecting as both a hobby and an investment. Rare coins like the 1973 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel hold historical significance and provide a tangible connection to the past. Plus, the potential to discover a coin worth millions adds an exciting layer of possibility. If you have a 1973 Jefferson nickel in your collection, or if you come across one, consider having it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Professional grading can help determine the coin's exact condition and give you a better understanding of its market value. A high-grade 1973 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel could be worth far more than you might expect. In summary, the 1973 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark is a remarkable piece of American coinage, with some examples valued as high as $1.7 million. Its value is driven by its rarity, possible minting errors, and the demand from collectors for high-grade examples. So, if you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about valuable coins, keep an eye out for this special nickel. Who knows? You might just stumble upon a hidden treasure worth a fortune. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel for more insights into the world of valuable coins. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, focusing on a coin that could potentially be worth a fortune. We're talking about the 1982 Jefferson nickel with the Denver mint mark, or as collectors know it, the 1982 D Jefferson nickel. Yes, you heard that right. This 5-cent coin could be valued as high as $1.8 million in certain cases. So, what makes this nickel so special? Why would a coin that was just a standard part of pocket change in the 1980s suddenly be so valuable? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and specific details unique to the 1982 D Jefferson nickel that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Let's break down everything you need to know to understand why these coins are worth so much and how you might find one. First, a little bit of background on the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 and featured a design created by sculptor Felix Schlag. On the front, or obverse, of the coin, we see the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The reverse side shows his famous Virginia home, Monticello. This design stayed relatively consistent over the years, but small changes and minting quirks have created rare versions that collectors seek out. Now, let's talk about the year 1982 specifically. That year, the U.S. Mint was making adjustments to the composition of coins because of rising metal costs. Although nickels were not affected in composition changes as drastically as pennies were, certain adjustments in production, quality control, and even the minting process itself led to variations that can make certain 1982 nickels exceptionally valuable today. One of the key factors in the high value of the 1982 D Jefferson nickel is its condition. Most circulated coins, as you'd expect, have signs of wear and tear. However, some 1982 D Jefferson nickels manage to stay in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that are rated in the highest conditions, often labeled as mint state 65 or higher by professional grading services, are the ones that attract the highest prices. In fact, the record-setting 1982 D Jefferson nickel in pristine mint state condition went for an incredible $1.8 million at auction. That's right, a simple nickel reaching the price of a luxury house. Now you might be wondering, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable 1982 D nickels? First, check the obverse side for a small D under the ear. This D signifies that the coin was minted in Denver, one of the main U.S. mint facilities. Next, examine the condition. If the coin shows no signs of heavy wear, it could be worth having it professionally graded. A professional grading service can give you an accurate idea of its condition on the mint state scale, which ranges from MS60, which is uncirculated but with minor flaws, up to MS70, which is a perfect coin with no visible imperfections even under magnification, Another aspect that makes some 1982 Jefferson nickels so valuable is the possibility of minting errors. Errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks add to the coin's uniqueness and desirability among collectors. Minting errors occur when there is a mistake in the process, and these anomalies can increase the coin's value significantly. If you think you have a 1982 Jefferson nickel with any kind of error, it's definitely worth getting it checked. Finding one of these rare and valuable nickels can seem like finding a needle in a haystack, but it's not impossible. Many collectors recommend looking through old coin rolls or collections passed down from relatives. You never know where one of these rare nickels might be hiding. Additionally, visiting coin shops, estate sales, and even searching online marketplaces can be good ways to find these coins. But here's a quick tip: if you're serious about coin collecting or if you're hoping to find valuable coins like the 1982 Jefferson nickel, start by educating yourself on how to spot rare coins. Knowing what makes coins valuable and understanding how to identify minmarks, errors, and condition ratings will give you a huge advantage. So, what's the takeaway here? The 1982 Jefferson nickel may just be one of those coins that, if found in the right condition or with the right minting error, could bring in a life-changing amount of money. A nickel worth $1.8 million is certainly not your everyday coin, and it serves as a reminder that there's hidden value in unexpected places. For those of you with a love for history, coin collecting offers a way to own a piece of the past, and sometimes, a piece of the future too, if you're fortunate enough to stumble upon one of these rare finds. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you found it interesting and valuable. Subscribe for more fascinating insights into coins that could be worth a fortune and other valuable collectibles. Let us know in the comments if you have a 1982 Jefferson nickel or if you plan to start looking for one. We're diving into one of the most exciting finds in the world of coin collecting, the 1989 Minmark Jefferson nickel, a coin that could be worth a staggering $1.9 million if you happen to have one in your collection. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a 1989 Jefferson nickel so special? Isn't it just another regular nickel? Well, not exactly. While the 1989 Jefferson nickel might look ordinary to the untrained eye, there's a specific variety of this coin that has been causing waves in the numismatic world and fetching incredible amounts of money. Today, we'll uncover what makes this nickel so rare, why it's worth so much, and how you can check your own coins to see if you might be sitting on a small fortune. Let's start with the basics. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, and it features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, along with Monticello Jefferson's Virginia home on the reverse. This design has become a staple of American currency. However, the 1989 Jefferson nickel, while part of this long-standing series, has a unique characteristic that sets it apart from other coins minted in the same year. To understand why the 1989 Jefferson nickel could be worth $1.9 million, we need to talk about the condition and a rare variety that's been discovered. The key to the high value of these coins lies in a specific error that was made during production. This error coin is a variety known for its high grade and the distinctiveness of its strike. When certain coins are struck by the press, imperfections or flaws can occur that make them unique, and that's where the value skyrockets. A 1989 Jefferson nickel with the right combination of characteristics, such as an error on the die or an unintentional doubling of certain features, can become one of the most sought-after coins in the market. Collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for coins like these, which is why this particular nickel has reached a mind-blowing value of $1.9 million in recent auctions. Now, let's talk about how you can spot one of these rare nickels in your pocket change. The first thing to look for is the overall condition of the coin. A 1989 Jefferson nickel that's in near-perfect or mint condition is the kind of coin that catches the attention of professional graders. This means there shouldn't be any major scratches, discoloration, or heavy wear on the coin. You want it to appear as though it's almost brand new, with crisp details on the portrait of Jefferson and Monticello. Next, you'll want to carefully examine the coin for any possible die errors or distinctive features that set it apart from regular 1989 nickels. This could include things like a doubled die, where certain parts of the coin are double-struck, causing them to appear blurry or shifted. If you spot these anomalies, you might be holding onto a piece that could fetch thousands, or even millions, at auction. If you suspect your 1989 P. Jefferson nickel might be one of these rare coins, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Coin grading is an essential part of determining the coin's true value, and a professional service will evaluate the coin for its condition, authenticity, and rarity. A coin that's graded as a perfect example of the error or variety will see its value skyrocket. It's important to note that not every 1989 P. Jefferson nickel will be worth this much. The value depends on a combination of factors, including the rarity of the coin, its condition, and whether it displays any errors or unique characteristics. But if you happen to find one of these rare varieties, you could be looking at a small fortune sitting in your pocket. So, why are collectors willing to pay such incredible amounts for a 1989 P. Jefferson nickel? The answer lies in the rarity and historical significance of era coins. These coins are often seen as unique pieces of American history, and their scarcity makes them highly desirable to collectors and investors alike. For many, owning a coin like this is not just about the monetary value but also about owning a piece of numismatic history that is as rare as it is valuable. If you've been lucky enough to come across a 1989 P. Jefferson nickel, or if you're out searching for one, make sure to check it carefully for any signs of uniqueness. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started in the world of coins, this is one rare find that you don't want to miss. And if you do have one, don't forget to get it professionally graded. It could be worth much more than you ever imagined. Thanks for tuning in today, and I hope this video has helped you understand why the 1989 P. Jefferson nickel is such an extraordinary coin. As always, stay on the lookout for rare and valuable coins, and who knows, you might just find the next big one. We're diving deep into the world of the 1980 P. Mintmark Jefferson nickel. You might think that a nickel is just a nickel, but some rare ones, like the 1980 P, are actually worth a whole lot more than their face value. In fact, certain 1980 P. Jefferson nickels can be worth up to $1 million. Stick around as we uncover the reasons why this coin is so valuable, and how you can spot one in your pocket change. Let's start with the basics. The 1980 P. Jefferson nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries the P. Mint mark. Now, the standard Jefferson nickel from this year is worth just 5 cents, right? But some of these nickels have specific characteristics that make them rare, and that's where their value comes into play. In fact, over time, certain 1980 P nickels have risen in value due to mistakes made during the minting process or their exceptional condition. What makes the 1980 P. Jefferson nickel so special? Well, there are a few things that set it apart from your average nickel. First, let's talk about mintage errors. Like with many rare coins, a small mistake during the production process can drastically increase its value. For example, some 1980 P nickels were struck with a misalignment or incorrect die, creating a unique variety that collectors are eager to find. These coins are extremely rare, and as you may know, rare coins can command a premium price in the market. Another factor contributing to the value is the coin's condition. Coins in uncirculated or gem quality condition are the most sought after. The rarer the condition, the higher the price. Some of these 1980 P. Jefferson nickels, in perfect condition, have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auction. Now, let's dig deeper into the specific errors on these 1980 P nickels that can make them worth a small fortune. One of the most famous errors found on the 1980 P. Jefferson nickel is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin makes an impression twice, causing the features to appear doubled. If you can spot one of these double die errors, you could be holding a coin worth a significant amount of money. Another important error is the off-center strike. This happens when the nickel is struck by the minting press but doesn't land perfectly in the center of the die, creating a misaligned coin. These off-center nickels can be quite rare, and collectors are always on the lookout for them. So, how do you spot a valuable 1980 P. Jefferson nickel in your pocket change? The first step is to carefully examine the coin. Look for any signs of minting errors such as doubling in the lettering or date. You'll want to check the date closely to ensure it's a true 1980 P coin, as there are some similar looking coins from other years that aren't as valuable. Next, inspect the condition of the coin. Is it well worn with scratches and discoloration, or is it in near perfect condition with minimal wear? A coin in pristine condition is worth more than a heavily circulated one, so always check for those telltale signs of wear and tear. If you think you've found something valuable, it's a good idea to get the coin professionally graded. A certified grading service can help determine its value and whether it's worth getting it sold. If you happen to have a rare 1980p Jefferson nickel in your collection, you might be wondering how to sell it for the most profit. The best way is to have it appraised and graded by a professional. Once it's graded, you can either sell it through an auction house, a coin dealer, or even online through various platforms. Some collectors have made millions selling rare nickels, and with the right coin, you could be next in line for a big payout. When selling, make sure to check the current market trends. Coin values fluctuate over time, so it's important to stay updated on how much your specific coin might be worth. It's also important to remember that rarity, condition, and demand all factor into the final sale price. Now, you might be wondering, is it too late to cash in on a rare 1980p Jefferson nickel? The answer is no. As more people start to learn about these valuable coins, their market value could continue to rise. Rare coins like these tend to increase in value over time, especially as they become harder to find. If you're lucky enough to own one, keep it safe and get it graded, as the value could be much higher than you think. Who knows? You might just have a rare gem sitting in your collection that could turn you into a millionaire. And that's it for today's video. I hope you now have a better understanding of just how valuable the 1980p Minmark Jefferson nickel can be. If you think you've found one of these rare coins, be sure to get it professionally evaluated. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video about valuable coins and rare finds. We're diving deep into one of the most exciting coins in the numismatic world, the 1994D Minmark Jefferson nickel. This coin is not just another nickel you can find in your pocket change. It could be worth up to $1.3 million. That's right, a Jefferson nickel from 1994 with a D Minmark could be sitting in your collection right now, waiting to make you a fortune. Let's take a closer look at why this coin is so valuable and how you can spot one. First, let's talk about the history of the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 and has seen a variety of changes throughout the years, with different designs and mintages. The 1994D Minmark coin was struck by the Denver Mint and was part of the ongoing series that honored President Thomas Jefferson. But what makes the 1994D special is that it wasn't just any ordinary nickel. It has become one of the rarest coins for collectors due to certain errors that occurred during production. So, what makes the 1994D Minmark Jefferson nickel worth such a huge amount? While most 1994D nickels are worth their face value of just 5 cents, a small number of these coins were produced with significant errors. These errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or even missing elements on the coin's design, have caused some of these nickels to skyrocket in value. If you happen to find a 1994D Jefferson nickel with one of these rare errors, it could easily fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. In extreme cases, such as with one nickel that was recently auctioned off, the price reached $1.30 million. Now, you may be wondering how to spot one of these rare coins. While most 1994D Jefferson nickels are fairly common, the key is to look for the specific error varieties. Here are some things to look out for. One of the most sought-after errors in coins is the double die, where the die was misaligned, causing a doubling of the image. Look closely at the date and the lettering on the obverse front of the coin. If you see any distortion or doubling, you may have a coin worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. Another error that increases value is when the coin wasn't properly centered during the striking process. This causes part of the design to be missing or off-center. If you come across a 1994D nickel that's off-center, make sure to check its alignment and edges closely. Occasionally, nickels were struck without certain design elements. For example, missing details on Jefferson's portrait or the Monticello building on the reverse side can greatly increase the coin's rarity, and therefore, its value. So, how much are these error coins actually worth? Well, the value of a 1994 D. Jefferson nickel can vary widely depending on the type of error and its condition. Most of these coins will be worth around $1 to $3 if they are in typical, uncirculated condition without any errors. However, once you spot an error like a double die or an off-center strike, the value can easily jump into the hundreds or even thousands. The highest value for a 1994 D. Jefferson nickel was reported when a rare error nickel was sold for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. This rare coin, which had a significant double die error, was in perfect condition and was highly sought after by collectors. It's proof that a seemingly ordinary coin can turn into a priceless treasure when the right error occurs. If you think you have found a valuable 1994 D. Mint-marked Jefferson nickel, it's important to know where to sell it. Your best option is to contact a reputable coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. You can also try auction houses like Heritage Auctions or eBay, where collectors actively bid on high-value coins. Be sure to get your coin professionally graded by a trusted service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, to ensure you get the highest possible price for it.so. To sum it up, while the 1994 D. Mint-marked Jefferson nickel may seem like just another nickel to most people, if you're lucky enough to find one with an error, it could be worth up to $1.3 million. Make sure to check your change, go through your coin collection, and keep an eye out for those rare error varieties. A small coin could potentially lead to a huge payday. Thanks for watching today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this information helpful, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more tips on valuable coins that could make you rich. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, and let us know what you're hoping to find next. We're diving deep into the world of the 1981 P. Mint-marked Jefferson nickel, a coin that's been making headlines for its incredible market value. You might just have one of these rare gems hiding in your pocket change, worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Stick around as we explore what makes this coin so special and how you can identify one that could change your financial future. Let's take a step back and talk about the Jefferson nickel. First minted in 1938, this coin is a staple in American coinage. The 1981 version is part of the ongoing series, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse. This is a coin you've likely seen plenty of times throughout your life, but did you know that some of them are worth far more than their face value? That's right, some 1981 P. Mint-marked Jefferson nickels are worth up to $1.50 million. So, how does this happen? Well, it's all about rarity, error coins, and the conditions these coins were in when they were struck. While the standard 1981 P. Jefferson nickel might not catch your eye, there are specific characteristics that can turn this seemingly ordinary coin into a rare treasure. So, what makes the 1981 P. Mint-marked Jefferson nickel worth so much money? It all comes down to a rare error that makes these nickels exceptionally valuable to collectors. Back in 1981, there was a mistake during the minting process at the Philadelphia Mint. Some of these nickels were struck with a weak or misaligned strike, creating unusual characteristics that make them stand out. One of the most significant errors that increased the value of these coins is the double die obverse error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin doesn't align properly, resulting in a doubling effect of the image. In the case of the 1981 P. Jefferson nickel, this means that the features on the obverse, such as Jefferson's face, the date, and the lettering, are all slightly doubled. This subtle but noticeable difference makes these coins rare and highly sought after by collectors. In addition to the double die obverse error, there have been reports of other minting flaws that increase the coin's value. Coins with clear signs of this error, especially in well-preserved condition, are valued in the market for thousands, sometimes even millions of dollars. First, check the mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. It will have a P for Philadelphia. If your coin is a 1981 P and has any of the following errors, it could be worth a lot more than just 5 cents. Examine the date and the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse. Look closely for any doubling in the lettering or the features of Jefferson's face. The doubling effect will appear as a slight shadow or extra set of details alongside the normal features. Turn the coin over and look at the Monticello building. If there's a noticeable shift in the design or a doubling effect, your coin could be a valuable error coin. The value of these coins is heavily influenced by their condition. Coins that are in excellent or mint condition will fetch a much higher price. Coins with little to no wear, strong details, and no corrosion are in higher demand. Now, let's talk about why these coins are so desirable. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for rare and unique coins. The 1981 Monticello Jefferson nickel is an incredible find because of its historical significance, rarity, and the fact that it's a part of the Jefferson nickel series, which is already popular among collectors. The combination of the error and the coin's status within American coinage makes it a prime target for serious collectors. Add to that the fact that only a few of these error coins have survived in good condition, and you've got a recipe for a coin that can sell for upwards of $1.50 million. If you think you might have a 1981 Jefferson nickel worth a fortune, you might be wondering where you can sell it. Well, there are several ways to go about it. One of the best places to sell rare coins is at a specialized coin auction. Top auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and others hold regular events where rare coins are sold for top dollar. Some coin dealers specialize in rare error coins and may be interested in purchasing your valuable 1981 Jefferson nickel. However, it's important to do your research and get multiple appraisals to ensure you're getting the best price. If you want to try selling your coin online, platforms like eBay can be an option. Just make sure to clearly show the coin's features and any errors it may have to attract the right buyers. The 1981 Monticello Jefferson nickel is a rare and valuable coin that could be worth a staggering $1.5 million, especially if it has the elusive double die obverse error. If you happen to have one of these in your collection, it's worth getting it professionally appraised to find out just how much it's worth. So, keep checking your pocket change, search through your coin jar, and look for these rare treasures. Who knows, you might just find yourself holding a coin that will make you a millionaire. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content about rare coins and collectibles.